Welcome to 3D Design. What we're going to do today is create what I call a Holey Cube. A cube with a hole through all four sides. Now, a cube is the same as a square, except we're going to make it a big square that we can actually print out. The blue grid is called our workspace, and across the top we have a menu. We also have a menu on the right-hand side. Across the top of the screen, we're going to go to the first menu that says Primitives and choose Box. When we do and come out on the screen, click anywhere to make a box. Same menu again to Primitives. This time we're going to choose a sphere, and we're going to click, and a sphere is just a fancy name for a circle. Up back to Primitives again, and cylinder. We have a cylinder, and cans are in the shape of a cylinder. We've got a cone, and one more time, this time we're going to choose a pyramid. Okay. So we've got all different shapes that we can choose. Now, these primitives will give us a start to our shapes, but the only one we care about today is the square. So if you click on the pyramid and hit delete on your keyboard, and the cylinder or the cone and hit delete on your keyboard, and delete the cylinder and the sphere, we're going to be left with just our cube. Over on the right hand side, we're going to choose fit, and that's going to make the cube fit on the screen so we don't have to strain to see it. First thing we want to do is rotate that cube. Press and hold your right mouse button down, and when you do, you'll see that it turns to two circles. And as you press and hold, you'll be able to see all different parts of that cube, the same as if you picked it up in your hands, because we're going to see it in 3 dimensions. When you let go of your right mouse button, we can go over here and click on the house at the top right, and that'll get us back so that we can see the top, left, and front. You can play around for that for a second, just press pause, and you can try rotating this cube in space. When you're ready, come back, and we're going to go back and look at just the front. To get to the front, I'm going to click on front, and it's going to rotate that cube so I'm looking at the front of my square. Now, what we're doing to make our Holey Cube is we're going to put a round hole all the way through from front to back, top to bottom, and left to right. We're starting at the front, so on our menu, we're going to go up, and instead of choosing primitives, we're going to go over to sketch. Down and over, and we're going to choose sketch a circle. When you choose sketch a circle and come out on your screen, if you look carefully, you can see a grid in the background, and we're going to go 2 squares down and 2 squares over, and that's the middle. And we're going to just click and click to specify the center of the circle. We're going to drag with our mouse, and again, I'm just using my mouse to make the circle bigger, and we want our circle to be 10 millimeters. It's kind of hard to do it by guessing and dragging, so I'm going to type 10 and enter on my keyboard, and that's going to put in the 10 millimeters for me. Now I'm going to click on the white background, and that's going to make a circle for me. Next thing we want to do, though, is make that circle go all the way through front to back. And that's called extrude. Extrude is drilling a hole. So I'm going to go across till I get to construct. And I'm going to go down to extrude. And it now says selected 2D shape or face to extrude. And this circle is what we want to extrude, so we're going to click on it. Now this is the hard part. Press your right mouse button and drag to the left so that we can see the hole. There's an arrow here. If we go to the left, it's going to make that come out, but we want to go in. So I'm going to grab that arrow again and go the other direction. And when we go inside, it turns purple. Keep going inside and all the way out the other side. Now it's red. I can hit the enter key, press and hold your right mouse button down, and you should be able to rotate and see that we can now see through from front to back. Now we need to do this 2 more times because we need to do top to bottom and left to right. Go over here till we get to the house, click on the house, click on the top, and over here we can click on the top of the cube, and now we're looking at the top. Looking at the top, you can see a shadow of the hole that went top to bottom, and we now need to make a big hole here. To do that, again, same process. Go up to the menu, sketch and circle. We want to go 2 squares down and 2 squares in to get to the center. Click to specify the center. And then when I move my mouse, I want to go to 10 millimeters. And I'm just typing 10 on my keyboard and then hitting enter. To tell it I'm done, I go out and click on that white background, and I now have my hole. All I've done is draw a circle on the outside, and now I need to extrude it or put a hole all the way through. To do that, I go back up to my menu to construct, down to extrude, and then it says select a 2D shape or a face of solid to extrude. And the face we want is this circle, so we're going to click on it 1 time. Then we need to use that right mouse button again. Press and hold the right mouse button and turn to your left so that you can see that arrow. Take the arrow, press and hold your left mouse button and drag across. If you get bored and stop in the middle, you can always just start over again. If you go too far, you can come back. We're going to drag it all the way till it comes out the other side. Hit the enter key, and we now, holding the right button down on the mouse, can see there's a hole all the way through, and there's a hole all the way through the top. So now we've done left to right and front to back, top to bottom and front to back. So now all we need is left to right. To get back to the beginning, I'm going to go over here to the control and click on the house. And I can see the top is done, the front is done, and now I just need to do the left. So I'm going to click on left, and there shouldn't be a hole. And see the shadow of the hole at the top, the shadow of the hole on the front, but nothing here. So last hole, same thing. Go up to sketch, sketch a circle. Come out on the blue square and click. Now it wants at the center of the circle, 2 squares down, 2 squares in, and when we click and move our mouse, we again want to be 10. 1, 0, enter. Take your mouse and click on the white background, and I now have a hole in the top, a hole, oh wait a minute. That's not a hole all the way through. I forgot to extrude. Extrude is the same as drilling a hole through it. So let's go back up to the menu 1 last time. Construct, extrude, select the shape to extrude, click on that circle, right mouse and drag to the left. Look for that arrow. Press and hold, drag the way you want to go. Don't worry about going too far. Too far is okay, not far enough doesn't work. Press the enter key, and now let's take a look by going back to home and take a look. We got a hole in the top, hole in the left, and a hole in the front. And I can see all of it by pressing my right mouse button and rotating it. Here I've got all the holes coming through. And this is my Holey box. We're now going to save it and print it out. I'm going to go up to the menu, Autodesk 123 Design, choose Save to my computer, and I'm going to call this Holey box because I'm going to want it the next time I come back, and I'm going to type in when it asks me for the name. I'm going to call it Holey box. Oh, let's call it Holey Cube. Sorry, I forgot. And now I've got my Holey Cube all ready to print. Now, mine is called Holey Cube and yours is called Holey Cube, so how do I know whose is whose? Probably better to give it a name that has your name in it. So let's go back to the Auto 123D Design to save a copy to my computer, and let's call this whatever your name is. My name is Bly, so I'm going to type in, try again, Bly Holey Box. So if your name is Tom, you're going to type Tom Holey Box, or if your name is Sandy, you're going to type Sandy Holey Box, and that'll help Miss Thompson know whose needs to be printed so that you'll be able to get your own box and take it home. Click on Save. And now you're all done, and you can play around here if you'd like to by going back to the Auto Disk menu and going to New, and you can start from scratch and try it out if you'd like. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.